Hi Fab placement students. Today is post in-person workshop. So we all met, those of you who did the in-person workshop on Monday, which was yesterday, and we finally met in person, which was great. And those who couldn't make it for whatever reason, I know you've got your alternative assessments coming up, so all the best with that. And we missed you, but we know you'll be involved with the whole cohort coming up through the learning that you're going to undertake through the Canvas. So we really welcome you also, even though you weren't part of the in-person workshop on Monday. One of the things that came up was students are feeling excited and anxious at the same time. And this was something that I was speaking to at the workshop, that excitement is a good thing. Obviously being overexcited, perhaps not. Anxiety is also an okay emotion as long as you can manage it. So some of the students came up with some tips in terms of, well, how do you manage your anxiety? What if you can't sleep at night? What if you're really worried, nervous? Even sometimes you can get so anxious you become sick because you don't know what to expect on your first day of your placement, and that can be quite nerve-wracking. Maybe it's your first time ever to have a placement. Maybe the expectations from your family is really high, and you're frightened that you won't be able to deliver, and you don't know your partner in terms of your industry partner who you're going to be supervised with and spending time in industry, and that can also be quite daunting, right? So what do you do when your anxiety starts to manage you rather than you managing your anxiety? Well, some of the tips that students said, which I thought were really nifty, was make sure you get enough sleep, make sure you're eating properly, make sure you're exercising, and make sure that you're hydrating all the time. And one of the other things that came up was prepare. So if you're prepared really well, you know where to go, you have done your research, you know what your industry strategy is all about, you've located that on the website, you've looked at their finances, you looked at perhaps their potential future directions, you have a really good understanding of where they're located in a domestic economy as well as an international one. The more you understand your industry sector and where you're being placed, the better prepared you will be, the less anxiety you're going to have, and the worry of, not making a first great impression on your first day. So they're just little tips, and I thought I'd like to share that with you because that's what came up in the in-person workshop. And I do hope you're not feeling too anxiety driven, that you're managing your anxiety and the anxiety is not managing you, and that you still have that sense of excitement and that it stays with you all the way through your placement, that it's not just on the first day. Great talking to you, and I will give you another tip coming up soon. Thanks so much. Bye.